Hello everyone. As you can tell by the title, this is a VR mashup. I will be responding to Heather and her video where she shows her decent animal deck collection, despite the fact that she has said many a times that she doesn't like animal decks. And I feel simultaneously seen and attacked, and I will also be doing a response to the hashtag MyCozyDecks from Tamara over at Nightshade Tarot. I thought that these two would make for a great mashup because when I was choosing decks for the MyCozyDecks tag, I noticed that I was choosing a lot of animal decks because cozy to me is being able to cuddle up or snuggle up against something warm and furry, and whenever I see an animal, I just want to love it and cuddle with it, smother it with all my love. So yeah, what you will be seeing in this video will be a combination. And I will let you know which ones I deem cozy. Some of them are not so cozy. First animal deck that I think is cozy is the Kawaii Tarot. And I just think these animals, they are so fluffy and chonky, and they are begging to be cozied up against. They are begging to be squeezed and cuddled with and just smothered with love. Doesn't matter if they're aquatic or land animals, they're just all so cute. And so this to me feels like a cozy deck. Like even this guy. So many arms to wrap yourself up with. And this, what is this? Like a sea horsicorn? I don't know. Oh my gosh, this deck cracks me up so much. Next cozy animal deck is Way of the Panda Tarot. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. I love this Justice card. Cozy, big, fluffy animals. I used to have an obsession with pandas when I was a wee one. Pandas, bears, dolphins, and elephants. Those were my top 4. So not only is this a cozy deck, it's also a comfort deck. And those two aren't always one and the same when it comes to decks, but in this case, definitely. Next up, I have the Soul Cats Tarot. And not all cat decks are cozy to me, as I will show you in a little bit, but this one has a cozy feel to it. I love Adam Oler's work. I wouldn't cozy up with this cat with blood all over him, but after he's bathed. But I love his work, his art, and I am tempted to get the other 2 decks that he's illustrated, the Oak Ash and Thorn and Smoke Ash and Embers. But for now, I at least have this deck. I love cats. And my twins will tell you that I smother them all the time. Here we have Tarot of the Magical Forest. It's a trimmed copy. And I would call this a cozy deck. I can see why some might not, given the strange looks of these animals. It's definitely a vibe, and yet I would still call this a cozy deck. Like, I wouldn't mind coming up against any of these animals. Like, look at her. And this little one. So yeah, here's a deck that this is my second time having it in my collection. And I'm happy to have it back. Next deck is the Woodland Wardens deck. This is an Oracle. And again, the vibe of this deck is just very calm for me. And a lot of these animals just feel cozy. Albeit wild, still, you know, in an ideal world, I would have them in my house by the fireplace, and we'd be snuggled together. This is a great deck. As one who has said many times I don't like animal decks, I really do have to stop saying that because I have a decent number. So this is one that has really read well for me and pairs very well and is very collaborative with other decks. This is an animal deck that I made solely for myself because I don't like animal decks. So of course I'm going to make an animal deck. And so some of these animals are cozy, like this one here reminds me of my one cat, Lulu. But a lot of these are animals, creatures that, oh, sorry, trigger warning, spiders. So this is a parson spider I've seen a lot in my house. But anyway, these animals or creatures that I chose were ones that I have my own personal associations with, ones that I have seen in the wild, ones that I want to see in the wild, ones that, like for instance, the orca. I have a very troubled relationship with the orca, so I'm trying to work on that. Okay, same with this guy. I mean, of all the animals that really scare the bejesus out of me, the harpy eagle has got to be at the top of the list. And so I'm trying to work my way up to becoming a little more desensitized. I plan to learn more about the harpy eagle and not get so freaked out when I see images of it. So this one is, you know, like a shot that's like further away. And this is the one I'm going to start out with. And then I would like to be able to, I'd like to be able to graduate to this guy. Oh my God, freaks me out. But we're not there yet. So yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get to the point where I feel like harpy eagles are cozy. Other animals, creatures that I've included are like the tardigrade, dinosaur, you know, some of these like more fantastical or extinct creatures. And yeah, once again, just ones that I love or have personal experience or association with. This is a very kind of bird and insect heavy deck I've come to find. So yeah, this is my own animal deck. Okay, next couple are going to be cat decks. This first one, it has a different name now because it's mass market. So this is the indie version it's called the Magic Neko, but I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's, Crazy Cats? Cat something? I don't remember. I apologize. But this is by Stager Burrington, and It's a playing card deck, super cute. Love it so much. Another cozy animal deck for me. I love the way she draws cats. So this is a combined playing card / oracle deck. I don't know how the mass market version is formatted, but this indie version comes with like a little pamphlet situation where she has the divination meanings for the different images. Isn't it so adorable? Next we have the, what is this called? Grimaulkin's Curious Cats Tarot. This is the indie version, but it has now gone mass market, so it is available, pretty accessible. I just love all these cats. I really do. And yeah, there are no humans. I think there's one human actually, but I modified her out. She is gone. So yeah, this is a fantastic deck. And I would want to cozy up to all of these cats and the other animals in here too. So this is a cozy deck. I wouldn't call it animal, given that Grogu is not an animal. He's a foundling. He is Baby Yoda, so he's just in a class all by himself. But definitely a cozy deck. I mean, how can this not be? Oh my God, such cute aggression. I just love him so much. I mean, look at him. Absolutely adorable. You just want to boop that little nose, and you just want to just snuggle up and play with his floppy ears. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Now the remainder of these animal decks I wouldn't classify as cozy. For example, this one right here, the Wild Unknown. I honestly just don't know how to feel about this deck. I have worked with it some, but yeah, I've modified it, so there will be some splashes of color in some of the images. Like this one, I added color to the borders. Did I do the same with this one? No, I didn't. Okay. So yeah, I did modify this deck in an effort to make it feel a little more cohesive. Like I especially added color to the images where it was just black and white. So yeah, not cozy. I don't know. I'm still thinking about this deck. So like this one was completely black and white, and I just added some of the blue here. I colored the feathers. And I think it is because it is predominantly black and white with that splash of color. I don't necessarily feel a coziness. I think did I add the corners to this? I can't tell. I might have. I don't know. But yeah, jury is still out on how I feel about this deck. I will probably at some point do a kind of like a tarot chat video, just shooting the shit about it. But I'm glad I've had the chance to work with it. I want to work with it a little more before I share any conclusions I've drawn. Did I color? I think I might have. No. Oh my goodness. I don't know. This one I did modify. Okay, yeah. So this one I colored in the center there. It's a beautiful deck. I mean, I gotta say. This one I definitely modified because this was black and white, and I added the color to the background. And these I added the colored borders. The final two animal decks are cat decks, and I would not classify them as cozy. More like comical and a little bit creepy. The first one being the Cat Tarot. And I should have included this in my comical cards video, but I did not. And I should have, because this deck just cracks me up. And it's a little creepy. But, you know, if I need a pick-me-up, this is a deck I would go to for some levity, because this is just anthropomorphized cats to the max. So we have cats that are, you know, like literary figures, movie stars, pop culture figures, real life people. It's just, it is so over the top. And yeah, it really, more than anything, makes me laugh. The final animal deck, cat deck, is the Black Cat's Tarot. And I would not call this cozy at all. In fact, it's odd. It's eccentric. It's you know, low-key creepy sometimes, depending. I mean, I've certainly gotten used to this deck, and now I have a fondness for it because it is one that Matt gifted me. He picked it out by himself. And there are some things that I really do love about this deck, like this this Ten of Swords. I really love this image. But like they're anthropomorphized, and their body proportions are very humanoid, and it sometimes wigs me out. So I definitely have to be in the mood for this deck. But you know, when I have used it, it has read very well. Yeah, it's just, it's a little weird. And that is it for this VR mashup. I hope that you enjoyed, and until the next video, much love and take care.